Bin ich live? Weiß ich gerade irgendwie nicht. Moment. Okay, ich bin live. So. Die Indie-Show beginnt gleich. In wenigen Minuten. So. Ich weiß nicht, ob noch irgendjemand kommt.
Peggy 16.
Was geht los?
Hello, and welcome to Indie World. I'm Amber.
And I'm Paul. We're back to show you some indie games coming to Nintendo Switch.
Let's dive right in.
Vielleicht ist ja was Interessantes. Puh, ich weiß ja nicht. Sieht nicht so nach meinem aus. Sea of Stars. Naja.
Fans of classic RPGs with modernized elements will want to check out Sea of Stars. It tells the story of two children of the solstice, a lunar monk and a solar blade dancer. They must combine the powers of the sun and the moon to perform eclipse magic, the only thing that can fend off monsters created by an evil alchemist known as the Fleshmancer.
Fluid and engaging turn-based combat. Stunning dynamic lighting. A world where you can traverse freely and explore every nook and cranny.
Ja, also das ist
That's just scratching the
nicht
surface.
pixelig, muss ich ehrlich
Not
gesagt
to mention
sagen.
the incredibly moving story with plenty of twists and turns. It's also set in the same universe as The Messenger and serves as a prequel. But don't worry, you don't need to have played The Messenger to fully enjoy this gorgeous game.
And get this, some of the music was composed by none other than the renowned Yasunori Mitsuda, who composed music for Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Sea of Stars
weiß ja nicht.
launches on Nintendo Switch, Winter 2022.
Warum kündigen das jetzt schon an? Das dauert doch noch ein Jahr. Oh nein, ein Rhythmusspiel, oder? Was ist das? Wenn ich das besser wüsste, würde ich sagen, Genshin Impact.
嗨，我是志璇。
嗨，我是 Nate， 我们是 Underscore Team， 很高兴有机会带来这款游戏《LatiosLP》。
希望借由 Asia 与 Lisha 的冒险旅程，可以让我们重新体验到人生当中会面临到许多痛苦的选择。这也是我们创作 LatiosLP 的初衷。
希望你可以开始寻找你的伙伴，因为 LatiosLP 接下来会在Switch上与大家见面。利用独特的操作玩法，我们也预期可以为你与伙伴之间带来非常不一样的体验。我们Switch上见吧，拜。
There's plenty to admire in this puzzle adventure game.
Alicia.
For twin sisters Asia and Lisha, cooperation is key in safely navigating this deserted temple. The game makes creative use of the various input options available on Nintendo Switch. Each sister is controlled differently, and you can control both via solo or local co-op play. With Asia, you'll use motion controls with Joy-Con controllers in TV mode, and with Lisha, you'll use touch controls to guide the helper robot Ambu in handheld mode.
However you choose to play, you'll need the sisters to work together by exchanging clues and operating devices that can help you go deeper inside the temple.
Und warum sollte man da
But be
reingehen?
careful, it's filled with all sorts of menacing monsters and treacherous traps, some of which can trigger different endings. The heartfelt, overlapping music when playing with a friend, coupled with the emotional story, will complement your journey to uncover the secrets residing within.
Alicia, the Oblivion of Twin Goddesses, launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch, spring 2022.
Nee.
Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Joe. We're two brothers who started our own indie studio in order to make a classic point-and-click adventure game. Today, we're excited to announce our debut title, Locomotive.
Set aboard a 1930s express train, you find yourself caught in the middle of a deadly mystery, full of twists, turns, and larger-than-life characters. Soul-satisfying puzzles, and clear your name once and for all.
We both grew up playing point-and-click adventure games, and it's been a long-term ambition for us to put our own spin on it.
We can't wait for you to play Locomotive when it comes to the Nintendo Switch system.
Welcome aboard the Royce Express, where my guests indulge in luxury travel, fine dining, and murder? Well then, who's at hand to catch my killer? There's my trusty lawyer, a would-be detective, and Her Majesty's Secret Service. There's just one problem.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
the suspects. With puzzles to solve, palms to grease, and clues to uncover. They'd better prove their innocence fast, or it's the end of the line in an adventure that's not just nuts. It's Locomotive!
Nee.
Ooh, I do love me a good murder mystery.
Then you'll love Locomotive, a single-player point-and-click comedy adventure. Climb aboard the Royce Express and investigate the suspicious death of Lady Unterwald.
You'll play as a straight-laced lawyer, an amateur detective, and an undercover agent at different points in the story. Along the way, you'll meet a fully voiced cast of quirky characters and solve head-scratching puzzles to prove your innocence. Figure out who done it and what locomotive inspired them to murder in the first place. Locomotive steamrolls onto Nintendo Switch summer 2022.
Ja, ist auch nichts für mich.
Rama, wake up! It's almost 1 p.m., you sleepyhead. Your friends are waiting for you. Come on!
Was ist das denn für ein komisches Spiel? Das sieht einfach komisch aus, finde ich. Ja, okay, jetzt an. Ich dachte, die reden mit mir selbst.
I miss you, too.
Musik,
But
Freundschaft,
you need to live your life.
was lernen, keine Ahnung. After Love EP. Warum?
On behalf of the Pixelnesia team from Indonesia, I'm proud to announce our upcoming game, After Love EP. After Love EP is a modern-day story of music, loss, acceptance, loving others as well as yourself. While the game is heavily inspired by the aesthetic and storytelling format of the Japanese manga, the game itself is set in Jakarta. We want players to experience this vibrant place we call home which is also considered as the melting pot of the multicultural people of Indonesia. We cannot wait to let you experience our unique narrative adventure and explore our interpretation of Jakarta.
From the creative director of What Comes After and Coffee Talk comes a stirring narrative about love, loss, and lyricism. Set in Jakarta, Indonesia, After Love EP focuses on young musician Rama, who struggles to compose music after his girlfriend Cinta passes away. By communicating with Cinta's voice inside his head, Rama will learn how to cope with grief, forge new relationships, and even potentially love again.
A mixtape of visual novel, rhythm game, and narrative adventure, After Love EP challenges you to complete an EP of music to fulfill a promise made to Cinta. There are multiple endings based on the choices you make, as well as an original soundtrack from Indonesian band Alfalfa, and striking art direction from Soyatu.
Start anew in After Love EP, launching on Nintendo Switch, summer 2022.
Was hat er ihn da abgeschmissen? Also man kocht irgendwas. Ein Schwert. Das ist halt ein Buch. Warum sollte man die Banane essen? Das ist ein komisches Spiel. Dungeon Munchies.
I'm hungry. I could go for a snack. Or for some dungeon munchies.
Then this 2D side-scrolling action platformer should definitely satisfy your craving.
Ich weiß nicht.
You are dead. Well, you were dead. And now you've been revived in a mysterious underground facility. But forget hanging around here. You've got to get out.
With the help of the undead necro chef Simmer, you'll hunt down monsters, then cook and eat them. There are around 100 dishes that provide various abilities. One dish, for example, might give you the power to serve up new combos.
So you are what you eat.
Literally, this game is a great place to get locally sourced and farm-fresh monsters. So mix and match to get the right meal for your playstyle. And let's not forget the eclectic cast of characters, hilarious side-splitting story, and charming 2D pixel art. Better bring a voracious appetite when Dungeon Munchies devours its way onto Nintendo Switch later today.
Ja, aber spricht mig nicht an.
Hej med jer. Jeg hedder Niels. Jeg er spilinstruktør og lyddesigner hos Bedtime Games. Jeg har lavet spilmusik i over 10 år. Vores kommende spil, Figment 2, er fyldt med masser af musical boss fights og andre lydlæggerier. For at få de mest punchy lyde, har jeg været ude ved mit træsvær og smadret på havegriller og kaffekanner. Musikken i Figment indordner sig efter dig. Vi har brugt rigtig meget energi på at få lyd, musik og gameplay til at spille sammen. Og vi glæder os rigtig meget til at vise jer spillet. I'm coming back to the surface. I need time to make things right.
Mama will.
So hold on and soon comes the day.
Was ist das für ein Viech?
We're already on to the next segment?
Yep, this isn't a figment of your imagination.
Oh, very funny. In this musical puzzle adventure game, you'll make your way through a rhythmic world set in the human mind. Unfortunately, nightmares are spreading chaos everywhere. It's up to you to put an end to their fearsome schemes. Play solo or locally with a friend as you wield your trusty sword and engage in combat. Manipulate environments to solve compelling puzzles, and have symphonic showdowns against some musically menacing bosses.
That sounds like trouble. Or trouble.
Ugh. Figment 2, Creed Valley, begins its symphony on Nintendo Switch February 2022. A free demo will be available later today on Nintendo eShop.
Vielleicht kommt die ja irgendwann die.
Deep sea diving?
Check.
Check. Investing?
Let's
Check.
Play?
Drawing? Check. Surviving on the moon? Check that too. A slew of board games from developer Oink Games are coming to Nintendo Switch.
Go on thrilling and risky treasure hunts in deep sea adventure.
Gibt's sowas nicht im
Become
Nintendo
the
Switch?
biggest investor in startups. Catch the sketchy rogue and don't get caught in A Fake Artist Goes to New York.
51
And
World
recover
of Games
supplies
oder
with
sowas?
your
Oder
fellow
52?
astronauts to
Irgend sowas
survive
war's.
in Moon Adventure. The games are designed to be easy to understand. They also capture and recreate the feel of their original tabletop versions.
You can play all the games, locally and online, so you can play with friends near and far. Get together and play on one system, or create a room with friends. More games will also be added in the future.
Start a game night with Let's Play Oink Games, launching as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch later today.
Hi, I'm Javier, CEO and programmer at Herobit Studios.
Hi, I'm Iris. I'm working as an environment artist for our upcoming title, Endling Extinction is Forever.
We wanted to create a game that raises awareness about how the world may be in the near future if we don't change our consumption habits.
The environment is mainly presented during night, since we want to emphasize a fox's natural behavior and contrast a calm but deteriorating world and human threats during the day.
We hope that Endling may encourage everyone to reflect, but also that players around the world can enjoy its story, gameplay and cuteness.
Ich weiß ja nicht. Ein Fuchs. Das sieht schon nett aus. Vergiss, was ich sagte. Das ist postapokalyptisch. Oh Gott. Der arme Fuchs. Oh, sag nicht, dass man am Ende keine Babys mehr hat, weil die alle sterben oder so. Ending. Extinction of Forever is forever.
As the last mother fox in Endling, Extinction is Forever, you'll need to keep your 3 cubs alive and lead them to safety in a world ravaged by humanity.
In this game blending stealth, survival, and adventure, you'll make your way through devastated environments to reach the one place on Earth where humans can't hurt you. Along the way, you'll hunt other animals to feed your cubs, as well as teach them new skills to make them less vulnerable to predators. I really hope they make it.
I do too. But in the end, how many of your cubs survive the perilous journey is up to you.
Endling,
God.
Extinction is Forever. Launches on Nintendo Switch, Spring 2022.
Würde mich viel zu schuldig führen.
Here's more info about the skateboarding action platformer OlliOlli World from our friends at Roll7 and Private Division.
Far across the OlliOlli world is Radlandia, a nation
Ouch, das
forged
brennt in den
by the
Augen.
skate gods. Join your crew and travel across our beautiful land. Wall ride among the trees, forge new paths through the desert, or cross moving platforms in picturesque Sketchside. You'll see some weird stuff along the way, but don't worry, that's just part of your journey to Nirvana. There you'll compete with champions, challenging each other's skills to win rewards, and create new routes to share with your friends. So come shred by the sea, chase a bee, meet a tree, get on down to Radlandia, and achieve Nirvana. Bonus items? Oh, nice. Get me some of those.
Ich weiß ja
OlliOlli
nicht.
World rolls onto Nintendo Switch February 8th, 2022. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Hi, I'm Banner Rudis, director of River City Girls 2.
And I'm Colleen Fannin, producer of River City Girls 2.
I've been a River City fan since the days of the Nintendo Entertainment System, and in fact, this is the 3rd River City game I've worked on. So I'm thrilled to bring you an all-new adventure starring Misako, Kyoko,
Moment, wenn das
Kunio,
dritte Spiel
and
ist,
Ricky.
warum heißt es dann Nummer
We were
2?
blown away by the response to the first River City Girls. So, for the sequel, we're
unlogisch.
including everything players loved about the original, plus a whole lot more, including online co-op.
We're working really hard to get this game into your hands as soon as possible. In the meantime, please enjoy our debut trailer for River City Girls 2.
wieder ein Prügelspiel. Also das spricht mir jetzt persönlich nicht an. Ja, ich habe eine richtige Nintendo Direct gesehen.
More baddies to take down? Let's go!
Right there with ya. Way Forward is back with the sequel to the acclaimed beat-em-up, River City Girls. There's trouble brewing once again in River City, with higher stakes, meaner streets, and even more over-the-top humor. Take control of one of 6 characters, including returning powerhouses Kyoko and Misako. Each character has their own fighting style and upgradable movesets, which you'll need as you set off on a new quest, picking up where the first game left off.
And when we say new, we mean it. New moves, enemies, areas, items, and a new soundtrack by the first game's composer, Megan McDuffie. Not to mention branching paths, as well as a return of a familiar foe. Get the fists flying solo, or team up with a friend, locally or online. What do you say, Paul? Ready to give some goons the old 1-2?
Oh, heck yeah!
River City Girls 2 punches its way onto Nintendo Switch, summer 2022. We've got several more innovative indie games coming to Nintendo Switch. From painting the world to a management sim with dinosaurs.
Das
Enjoy!
mit Dinosauriern die Welt anmalen? Achso, es ist einfach so ein Zusammenschnitt. Parkasaurus. Ah, das ist ein Jurassic World-Dings. Sonst darfst du gerne nicht zusammen verhungern. Chicory, Colorful Tale. You got some trash. Okay. Baby Storm. Alter, was denken die sich aus? Was ist das? Rhyme. Gerda, A Flame in Winter. Okay. Wenn ihr meint. Stand Back. Okay, es ist anscheinend eine deutsche. Timeline. Oh, das sieht spannend aus. Behind the Frame, das schöne Bild. Hier, da. Man malt irgendwas.
That's all for today's Indie World. Or not. We've got one more game. Check it out.
Ich weiß ja nicht. Was ist das denn für ein Artstyle? Ein Pärchen? Mit Kind? Das, ja. Omori? Oder?
The critically acclaimed RPG Omori is making its way onto Nintendo Switch.
Travel back and forth between two strange and vibrant worlds, each one brimming with colorful friends and foes to uncover a forgotten past. You'll
Ist das sowas
experience
wie,
an unconventional story
wie im
and turn-based battle
Earthbound oder
system,
sowas?
supplemented by warm illustrations by renowned artist Omocat, who also produced, wrote, directed, and coded much of the game.
Okay.
Omori does lean into some heavy topics, so be prepared. It's quite the journey.
Omori launches on Nintendo Switch.
Also für mich sieht es einfach wie
2022.
eine Nachmache von den
And
Mother
that's
und
all for
Earthbound
today's
Spielen.
Indie World.
Nee,
We
es gab nur
hope
ein
you enjoyed
Earthbound
the
Spiel.
lineup of games
Also
in
davor hieß
today's
Mother.
showcase.
As always, we'd like to thank everyone in the indie community working on games for Nintendo Switch. And thank you for watching.
Until next time, happy
gaming!
Nee. Na gut, ein Like kann ich da lassen. Also war eine schöne Präsentation, aber naja, hat mir nicht so, also mir nicht so viel Neues gebracht. Aber ja, hat nur 26 Minuten gedauert, deswegen werden wir jetzt die Zeit nutzen. Moment. So, wir werden die Zeit nutzen. Beziehungsweise ich werde die Zeit nutzen, um ein anderes. So, hier. Es gibt einen neuen, so. Es gibt einen neuen Trailer zu Pokémon Legenden Arceus, was wir erzählen wollen. Okay, was wird jetzt so? Bleiben wir doch da oben. Ja. Ja, am Anfang der mal an Clowns, okay. Perla. Evil Gesino. Und da war die Flöte. Die Ginkgo-Gilde. Ginan? Warum ist die Qualität so schlecht? So. Okay. Das ging ein bisschen schnell. Vielleicht mal in halber Geschwindigkeit. Moment. Na gut, machen wir Musik. Der Diamantklar. Gut. Okay. Also das ist Diam von Diamantclan, haben wir eben schon gesehen. Ah, und die haben auch so passende Halsketten für ihre jeweiligen Clans. Aber interessant, damals gab es schon Diamant und Perle Referenzen. Okay, und den Begriff Sinne gab es damals schon. So, Ginkgo-Gilde. Das werden anscheinend Händler sein oder sowas. Schutzblume, Schwertling. Moment, das ist doch eine Pilzart aus Breath of the Wild. Wollo. Ein Mitglied der Ginkgo-Gilde. Ja. Jetzt weiß ich, dass die Leute meinen, dass die Animationen nicht so richtig schön sind. So. Habe ich Chancen von hier aus auf den anderen zu kommen? Nicht direkt. Also. Ich würde jetzt noch gerne den Trailer für das Aftergame von Pokémon strahlender Diamant anmachen. Wer es nicht möchte, kann ab hier das Video beenden. Also kann hier abschalten. Wer aber es mal sehen möchte, kann dranbleiben. Ja. Also für die, die es nicht sehen wollen, schön, dass ihr da wart. Und ich guck mir jetzt. Ach Gott, wo ist es denn? Da. Guck mir jetzt das an. So. Okay. Das ist jetzt alles für nach der Story. Und nee, das kann man erinnern. Das muss jetzt unsere nächste Arena sein, die wir machen müssen. Und Weideburg, Wellenbrecher. Wegburg Adern. Die haben wir ja schon getroffen, Lamina. Die uns nicht gegen uns kämpfen wollte. Den Duellton gibt's also. Doppelkämpfe. Die kämpfen zusammen. Legendäre Pokémon. Okay, ein Boot. Eine Höhle. So. Reagigas. Ausbruch des Vulkans. Zum Schlafen 30. Nicht mehr. Kristalia. Hitran. Reagigas. Und das ist Giratina. Wandelform. Seltsam. Okay. So, ja. Danke fürs Zusehen bei meiner Reaktion zum Indie-Showcase und den Trailern. Und ja, lasst ein Like da, wenn es euch gefallen hat. Empfehlt meinen Kanal weiter. Ja, und abonniert ihn, falls ihr noch nicht habt. Damit ihr ein bisschen ansteigen könnt. Also ich habe am 20. Dezember ein Stream geplant mit einem Wunschspiel von euch. Also Wunschspiel in Anführungsstrichen. Ihr habt die Wahl zwischen Splatoon, Among Us und Mario Kart. Wir können auch im Untergrund umherlaufen in Pokémon strahlender Diamant. Ja. Dann sehen wir uns wieder im nächsten Video, was dann morgen kommt. Und ja. Aktiviert die Glocke, um nichts mehr zu verpassen. Ciao, Leute, und Moment. Bye, bye.